Sit back, relax and enjoy listening. As RK sits there, gripping the edges of the chair as frustration and helplessness churn inside him. He has never felt this way before. So lost, so disconnected from the very thing that has always been his identity. He is losing everything. His grip on the things he once held dear is slipping. Nothing is working. No matter how hard he tries, no matter how much he gives, nothing changes. The exhaustion in his body, the ache in his chest, the silent screams trapped in his throat, they all push him toward one thought. What if I just stop? For a second, just a fraction of a second, the idea tempts him. What if he lets go? What if he walks away? Maybe, just maybe, the pain will stop. Maybe he will finally be able to breathe. Maybe for once he can rest. But then, another thought crashes over him, sharp and unyielding. This is not about me. His struggles, his pain, his brokenness, none of it matters. It never did. Because this is not about his personal suffering. It is about something far bigger than him. It is about his country. The weight he carries is not just his own. He has a responsibility, a duty, to stand, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how impossible it feels. He clenches his fists, nails digging into his palms as he forces his body to move. He takes a deep breath, stands up, grabs his script, and tries to read. His hands shake. The letters blur. His throat tightens. Still he tries. He forces his mind to let go, to just sing. But the words come out broken, his voice unsteady, like it does not belong to him. Again. He tries again. Because stopping is not an option. Not for him. Not anymore. Unbeknownst to him, his team members stand outside the studio, watching through the glass window. They just stand there, frozen in place, their hearts sinking at the sight before them. RK, their RK, who has always been the strongest, the most confident, the unshakable leader, looks like a shadow of himself. His shoulders slump with exhaustion. His fingers tremble slightly as he grips the microphone. He is struggling. Struggling in a way they have never seen before. It's painful to watch. They exchange silent glances, unsure of what to do. RK has always been the one to hold them together, the one to push through anything. But now, he looks like he's barely holding on. Finally, unable to take it any longer, they step inside. RK, you don't have to do this, one of them says, his voice gentle yet firm. If you can't, then don't push yourself this hard. There's no need to take this much pressure. Their words hang in the air, heavy with concern. They aren't just saying it for the sake of it. They mean it. Seeing him like this is heartbreaking. But RK doesn't hesitate. His voice, though tired, is firm. I can't back down. His fists tighten. I have to pull this off because this isn't just about me. It's for our country, for our company, for all of us. There is no hesitation in his words. No matter what he is going through, he knows what this stage means. He knows what Golden Vibe represents, not just for him but for others. And so he keeps practicing. His members stay back, just watching him, too heartbroken to leave. They quietly sit somewhere in the studio, their eyes fixed on their leader. They watch him struggle, frustration and helplessness gnawing at them. How can they just sit here, unable to do anything to ease his pain? How can they not help the person who has always been their strength? But they don't have an answer. They keep questioning themselves, wondering why they can't do anything. How long has it been? They don't even realize when exhaustion finally takes over. One by one they drift off, falling asleep right there in the studio. But RK, he keeps going. The clock ticks. Hours pass. Morning arrives. At exactly 5 a.m., member 1 stirs awake, rubbing his tired eyes. The first thing he sees is RK, still at the piano, still practicing. His posture is stiff, his fingers moving mechanically. As he moves closer, what truly shocks him is RK's face. Dark circles under his eyes. His skin pale from exhaustion. It's clear he hasn't been getting enough sleep. Not just tonight, but for the past 2 to 3 days. Concern floods him as he speaks. It's 5, RK. Please, for God's sake, get some rest. RK doesn't glance at him. His focus still locked on the lyrics written on the sheet before him. His voice is hoarse but steady. I don't have time for that. We have to leave in 3 to 4 hours. I've memorized 90% of it. Just 10% left. I'll get it in 1 more hour. The member watches him in disbelief. Even when his own life is falling apart, he still thinks about others. About those who don't believe in him, who question him. Yet, despite everything, he keeps fighting for them. A small, sad smile tugs at the member's lips. Unknowingly, his hand rests on RK's shoulder as he prays in his heart. Please, just let people see even a little of what he's doing for them. Just a little. Please, God, end my brother's struggles. He doesn't deserve this. Not anymore. Shaking himself out of his thoughts as he catches RK looking at him. Before RK can say anything, he quickly speaks, unsure of how to explain himself if RK asks. I'll bring you a coffee. He leaves before RK can refuse or ask anything. Not long after, the other members wake up. The first thing they see is RK, still practicing. And sitting beside him is the member 1. They sit with their backs facing the others, unaware that they are being watched. The other members step forward. When the member 1 finally catches their attention, he keeps his focus on RK, who is too absorbed in his practice to notice them. Come on, brother. Let's do a final take. RK exhales, shutting his eyes for a moment. Then with a deep breath he begins. He sings. This time there are no mistakes. No stumbles. He sings the entire song from start to finish. The pain is still there. The hollowness hasn't disappeared. But he controls it. As the last note fades, the room erupts into claps. RK finally notices the other members. They don't just clap because he got it right. They clap because they see him. They see his struggle, his fight, his resilience. You did it, brother. The words spill out, raw with pride, relief, and something deeper. Something unspoken. Before RK can react, arms wrap around him. All the members hug him at once, holding him close, their warmth pressing against his exhaustion. For a moment, just a fleeting moment, he thinks about letting go, about sinking into them. His body wavers on the edge of surrender. His eyes threaten to close, his breath catches, ready to exhale. But before he can feel it, the door swings open. Their manager steps inside, his voice firm. You guys need to get ready. We're running late. Reality snaps back into place.